Guys, Aaron here. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions about clients, how to get them, how to keep them, etc. Clients, customers, whatever you call them. I like them both. Anyway, how you get them. Now, I've been doing this on my own for over 16 years, so I like to think I have a bit of experience in that. And I'll give you the quick backstory of myself. I worked at a large company for years. I started working on weekends for myself. People were asking me, "Oh, can you cut my grass? Can you cut my grass?" Next thing you know, Saturdays are completely full. Then I started working Sundays, and more people. I was getting more clients, and I worked all day Sunday. So then I worked at the company Monday to Friday, and for myself, Saturday and Sunday. And then the next year, I asked my boss, could I have Mondays off because I had even more work. And then the next year, I asked, could I have Tuesdays off? I have even more work. The next year, I said, can I have Wednesdays off? And he said, no, it's time to either go work for yourself or work for us. You got to choose. And I said, well, sayonara. It's been great. Thank you. I'm going to try and work for myself, but I'll come back here if you'll let me, if it doesn't work out. He says, Aaron, I know you. You're not coming back. So he was right. I never came back, but I do have a great relationship with him still in that business, in that company over there, the big one. They subcontract us a lot of work. So it's good not to burn any bridges and to do good work. Back to getting clients. So at the beginning, I was working here and there, and people were for the big company, and people would just say, "Oh, can you do mine?" And I would say, "No, I work here." Blah blah blah. But friends and family would find out I was working at this big company, so they would ask me. They would approach me, "Oh, can you cut my lawn or maintain my property?" And I would say, "Sure." So I started building up clientele like that, word of mouth, and doing good work. So that was fine for the weekend. And people pull up, they see you, they ask you for a card, and you give them your number and you give them a quote, and then you build up your weekend pretty quick. But then it came a time where I needed more work. When it came to that transition point, whether you're coming or going with the big company, that's when I really started advertising. And back then, this is 15, 16 years ago. So internet wasn't huge for me back then. I had no website or anything at this point. But it was flyers. Flyers were still a thing back then. So that's what I did. I printed my own flyers, with a few pictures and whatnot, just from my home printer, and sent out a bunch of those. I handed them out literally to a bunch of places, got nothing back from that. A friend of mine said, you know what, let me design a card for you. I think you should be doing postcards. I think they're 8x5 size or something like that. He's like, you want to get a thick stock postcard and keep it nice and professional looking. Let me design you something and go from there. So he designed me something, sent me the file. I took that file, I had them printed out. I think I printed out maybe 5,000 of them. And I handed out those during, in March, early March, before the spring came into full effect. So we handed out about 5,000. I hired a few people. We ran out and spent 2 days handing out 5,000 cards. I was targeting higher end properties, bigger properties, where they like the complete package. I wasn't just cutting grass. I was cutting grass. I was picking weeds, tilling gardens, pruning, trimming hedges, doing the whole property maintenance thing for them in the high end neighborhoods in our city here and the neighboring city. So I ended up getting a few jobs from those postcards, and I thought, well, this is definitely the way to go for next year. So I redesigned the card. I had a professional redesign my postcard, and this time I printed out 10,000, sent those out, got a few jobs out of it, but it still wasn't perfect. So the next year, or maybe it was in the second year still, either way, I ended up getting 50,000 cards, redesigned them, had a really nice looking card, straight to the point. We've been in business for a couple of years. These are the services we offer. Sorry, big truck went by. These are the services we offered, a couple of pictures of the jobs we've done. And that's when it worked pretty well. So I had the post office deliver these ones. Instead of us trying to deliver that amount of flyers, I had the post office, they delivered them all, and I paid them to do it. I forget what it cost back then, but it was well worth it, because out of those, I forget how many tens of thousands I put out, but I did get a bunch of jobs off of that. So that was beneficial. It more than paid what I paid for the postcards and for the mail delivery service to send them out. So that was good. The next year, still building my company up, this is when I started merging into other ideas. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do something different. Everybody does flyers and postcards to these high-end neighborhoods, right? These high-end houses. Everybody wants to do those ones because they have the money. I thought, I'm going to give them a gift. So what I did at Christmas time, I like bonsai trees. I always have. So what I did is I went to a local bonsai supplier near me, and I spoke with him. And he had these small juniper bonsais about this big in a nice clay pot with the gravels and a small pruned bonsai tree. I said they're $20 each or something, I think at the time, and I said, I want 100 of these. Can you do me a deal? So he did them for $10 each, and I got 100 bonsai trees. Then I made up a little pamphlet on how to care for the bonsai tree, and I put my little business card with it and my phone number and contact information for my business on the pamphlet as well. I took those 100, and over a few days just before Christmas, I went to every one of these high-end houses in the neighborhoods that I already had houses in, and I wanted more in. And I rang the doorbell. I said, "Hi, I've got a free gift for you. Can you please come to the door to pick it up?" And people would come, and I would say, "Hi, here's your bonsai. I'm Aaron from Aaron's Finest Landscaping. We're in the neighborhood giving neighbors these free gifts. You can re-gift them to somebody in your family. You can keep them for yourselves, whatever. I don't care what you do with it. I just wanted to give it to you and introduce myself and let you know that we're working in your neighborhood. And if you need anything, let me know. My contact information is there." Well, I got a lot of work out of that, guys. I paid $1,000 for those bonsai trees, and I must have got, I don't even know, out of the 100 trees I handed out, I probably got 15 landscape maintenance clients, contracts, which, I don't even remember, $600 a month here, $700 a month there. So, 4,000 here, 5,000 there. It brought in a lot of money. So it really did well. So, and not only did the landscape maintenance packages do well, but the construction jobs, because all the extras, people remembered, and they remembered what I did, and they thought it was a great idea. Like, I had some people, they had big gates to get in, and I would buzz them and they would let me in because I told them I had a free gift. And I would go and I would talk to them and I would say, "Here it is, I'm giving it to you for free." And some of these people are very wealthy for a reason. They know, and they said, "This is great, this is a great idea, I can't believe you're doing this, is so original." And they were happy to give me work just because of the idea. So that was another thing that worked really well, free gifts for people. But now, this day and age, it's all Google. Everything is Google. For the past, I don't know how many years, I've been doing Google ads, and they're targeted ads for these areas. And I don't do the landscape maintenance anymore. I strictly do the landscape construction. I sold off the maintenance department. But the construction jobs, there's as much as I want. I spend as much as I want, and then I get a whole bunch of work coming in, and I sell all those people. I give them all quotes, and a lot of them go with me. A lot of them don't, but a lot of them do. And then I cut back the amount I spend on the Google ads for a little while because I have a big lineup of work. And as we get through that work, then I crank the price back up on the Google ads, and really get it out there again. And I get a bunch of other jobs lined up for the next couple of months. And then I scale back the money on the ads. And that's how I do it for the entire season. And every time I see us getting a little bit slow, I add more work. I add more money to the Google ads. I make sure I have the keywords and all that. And I set up a Google Ads campaign, and I unpause it, and that's how I get a lot of my work. And word of mouth. I mean, word of mouth is huge as well. We get so many jobs from referrals. It's not even funny because we're doing good work at a quality price, and we're here. We're not going out of business. Like, these people know we've been around for 16 plus years. They trust us. A referral's an easy sell. When I go over there to talk to them, they've already been sold by their friend or family that we've done a good job for them. So it's easy to do more work for someone like that. But yeah, that's how I've gotten clients over the years. Google's the best way to do it nowadays. It used to be flyers, but now I think it's all Google ads, and word of mouth. So I just wanted to throw that quick video out. It's still hot here. But I'm working on another video. We're working on a patio that I'd like to get up. It'll probably be up tomorrow. So thanks for being here. If you like the video, hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you.